two parts to it. The first part is upon expiry for these different options, what happens to the other side of the AMM? So if let's say it's you ETH call 3,000 and 1 month, and then you're pairing it with USDC. So what happens to the USDC after? And for the other, like going back to liquidity again, where, yeah, what happens to liquidity of the asset, of the AMM?
Right. Yeah, this is a great question. So basically, let's take the first way that the protocol works. So I bought a call option on ETH for 3,000 USDC, right? And so that means that at expiry, I can trade my 3,000 USDC for ETH, right?
Mhm.
That's called physical settlement, where I'm bringing my actual 3,000 USDC and I'm like buying ETH with it, right? Then cash settlement is when I don't actually have to come and bring my 3,000 USDC. Instead, I would be giving $3,000. I'd be getting ETH in return. And if ETH is worth like $3,500, I'm giving 3,000 and I'm getting 3,500. It's the same thing as like me just getting $500, right? And so in cash settlement, the way that it works in Opyn v2 is that there actually isn't like two assets. There's just one asset, and then it gets divided between the option seller and option buyer at expiry, so that both of them get their right payout. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So yeah, instead of physical settled in version 1, it's cash settled in version 2. So you have a little bit more liquidity to play around with, and I guess upon expiry, liquidity closes, that specific Uniswap pool closes, and liquidity is added to a new pool.
Right. So basically, a few things happen. So the first thing that happens is it's auto exercise. So like in V1 and with a lot of other protocols, like as an option buyer, I buy my option, and then if it's in the money, I have to come and actually exercise it later, which is like can be a pain. Gas prices can be really high. I have to remember, if I forget, I might lose a lot of money because like there's these big liveness requirements, right? We found that users like we're trying to basically fire and forget. They're trying to like buy the option and then just like if it goes up, they're like super happy, and if it doesn't, they want to come at any other time and like you kind of close out their position. And so it's auto exercise. So at expiry, I don't have to come and bring my USDC and get ETH. I'll just get ETH if it's in the money. And so I can just chill. That's one of the reasons we introduced cash settlement. And when it comes to rolling over, like what happens to an option position once I already like I'm closing out that option position, or once I've actually it's expired. Well, the idea is that in V2, there's this idea of an operator, and it's actually like influenced by DYDX. It's this really interesting engineering primitive. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to give some contract control of your funds in Opyn. So you can have an operator that will automatically roll over your option to the next series. Let's say I have $3,000 calls for 1 month. It expires. I get a bunch of collateral. Then I can open the next month position. But I don't want, for gas reasons and other reasons, I don't want to actually have to come and do that, right? It's a bad experience to come every single month. So I just give operator privilege to my funds, and then that operator will auto roll over. And since that operator has like is like open source Solidity code, it's a trustless process as well. So that's kind of how the rollover process would work.
So it's kind of like Perp Futures, but it's Perp Options.
Yeah, to a certain extent. What is Pop Futures? I actually don't know.
So like
I've never heard
Perpetual
of that
Futures.
before.
So it's Perpetual Futures.
Perp Futures. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So you can do cash settled between that period, and then whatever that's remaining, you just roll over to the next period.
Exactly.